Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr. Beard, and in this video I want to talk about the Isle and how I think it changed. How do I think it changed? Well, I had a thought today and I was thinking about the Isle. I don't really think about the Isle outside of when I play it, right? And I came up with a graph. And I want to see why the Isle doesn't feel like it used to feel when progression was around or survival was around circa around 2016, 17, even 2018. Even Legacy time, let's be honest. And I'm going to put on the screen Legacy and Evrima compared to each other and see how they're different and how everything is everything, right? In Legacy, we had bleed to worry about. And what do I mean by that? I mean, each dinosaur had an amount of bleed they gave to other dinosaurs. That's simple, right? In Evrima, we also have bleed. Each dinosaur gives an amount of bleed to a dinosaur. But compared to Legacy, in Evrima, we also have mud. A way to stop bleed if we want to coagulate it faster. Now, in Legacy, we also have damage. Each dinosaur does the set damage to another dinosaur. So you can go around and bite someone until they die. It wasn't really alt attack like it's right here, or right click to other attacks. Some dinosaurs in Evrima have right click attacks. Now in Evrima we also have damage, but in Evrima we have the alt attack, the left click, the right click, and the abilities to worry about. You see, compared to Legacy, it's just a set number and that's it. You just go around left clicking people. In Evrima, you can go around left clicking people, but that's very frowned upon, right? Because it doesn't do a lot of damage. You actually have to use your abilities. We also have the alt attack, which, sometimes drains stamina, sometimes doesn't, right? Devs keep changing it. We have the right-click attack, which, has different abilities, again, that do damage, don't do damage, you grab, you don't grab. It does a lot of stuff through the right-click. Damage in Evrima compared to Legacy, it's way more complicated and has more things attached to it than Legacy. Legacy, we have food and water you have to worry about. You find the corpse as a carnivore, you eat from it, you're full. You find a body of water, you drink from it, you're full. Now in Evrima, we also have food and water to worry about, but these also came with more things to worry about. Basically sanctuaries. If I smell right now, there's the sanctuary up on my screen. If I go there, I will probably find herbivores. Probably, it's not for certain. Herbivores go there and find mushrooms. So they can go there to easy get diet. Food and water also has migration. If I smell and look in that direction, you see, that's my migration. You have to know your diet, which is right here on the screen, to deduce, hey, where exactly should I find them? Well, you don't necessarily need to know. You just go there and hope that you're gonna find food. But for a more experienced player that wants to know more about this game, you would go there and find a lot of stuff. And you want to know what you're going to find there and what's the probability of finding something there. More things to worry about. Food also has diets. Bottom right corner where my stomach is, you see, I have the diet slots. That has its own thing, so I'm not going to really talk about it here, but just know in Evrima, food, water, you also have to worry about diet. You also have to worry about gore and sickness. Now, gore. When dinosaurs die, the meat gets bad after some time. There's going to be infections, probably. You're gonna vomit if you eat what you're not supposed to eat. You need to know what you have to eat. You need to know if you can eat rotten meat. You need to know that you have to bite a corpse to get intestines and stuff. You need to know which gives which. It's a lot of information attached to it. Compared to Legacy, Evrima also has collisions to worry about. If you run into a dinosaur as another dinosaur, you're gonna stop dead in your tracks because collisions are a thing. you also need to plan your attacks now. You can't just go straight at an enemy and attack it because you're probably gonna get stuck. Evrima compared to Legacy also has learning each dinosaur as it is, right? In Legacy, basically, you play the Hera, that's cool. It gives a certain amount of bleed, a certain amount of damage. If you switch to Evrima, I'm playing a Hera. I climb, I have to attack from climbing, I can jump on people. I need to know what damage that does. I need to know what damage my left click does, my alt attack does. I need to know where my food is. I need to know a lot of stuff about my dinosaur. If I switch to, let's say, Stegosaurus, now everything changes. Stego comes with different mechanics, different attacks, different everything. Not only the damage and the bleed. You have to learn the dinosaur you're playing. I'm going to explain why I'm naming all of this in a second. Evrima and Legacy. In Evrima, again, you have the diets. I said I'm going to talk about them separately, talking about it here. In Evrima, you have diets. You have to worry about the buffs it gives you, aka growth rate increased, good diet. It also has night vision, stamina improvements, stuff like that. You also have debuffs you have to worry about. If you don't get your diet, you get stressed, you're slow, it's a bad time for you. And you also have a lot of choices to worry about. Where do you find this? Where do you find that? Where do you find that? And that, and that, and this, and this. And a lot of choices means more things you can choose, means more responsibilities, means more information you have to keep inside your brain, your mind. Now, Legacy and Evrima. Legacy also has a lot of dinosaurs you can pick from. Lots of dinosaurs means more options, means relaxing. You can literally switch between a lot of them and experience all of them. It's very fun, right? Evrima, on the other hand, has average choices of dinosaurs, right? It doesn't have a lot of dinosaurs you can pick from. And let's be honest, who plays Hypsy or Dryo? So that number even goes even downer than that. Average choices come also, aka the dinosaurs in Evrima come with more responsibility, aka learning them all, which I also said above. Learning all dinosaurs, all they can do. That means diets, habitat, abilities. Everything about the dinosaur. What it eats, where it thrives, where it should go, where it shouldn't go, if it can climb trees, if it can burrow. There's a lot of stuff on the table. Now, why did I name all of these things you see on the screen right here? Because I think the Isle changed. Some may say into good, some may say into worse. Depends on the aspect and what kind of game you want from the Isle. The Isle is still a very fun dinosaur game. It's trying to be realistic. It's trying to be fun. It's trying to give the player a lot of choices, which, as you can see on the screen, it kind of does. But in my opinion, the Isle changed from a dear, beautiful dinosaur game I enjoy to a very, very tedious job or something to do. Tedious game to play. Am I right? To me personally, the Isle feels more like an MMO game where there's all these abilities you have to know, all of these things you can combine your alt attack with your left, with your jumping, with your burrowing, with a lot of things you worry about on top of everything else you have to worry about. The diets, the nesting, which also comes with a bajillion things to worry about. A lot of things, right? A lot of information that can literally fry your brain if you think too much about. You can also ignore them, but you might have a bad time if you do. To me personally, the Isle feels like a AAA game, like an Assassin's Creed game I don't really care about. I just want to play it. To me personally. I don't know if you guys feel that. I don't know. Probably you do, probably you don't. But the Isle basically became... I don't check what Ubisoft does with Assassin's Creed. I don't care what patches they do. I don't care what updates they do. I just want to play Assassin's Creed and that's it. Right? Whatever it is, it is. And that turns this game for me into another game on my Steam list rather than a game I enjoy and I love to play, right? I mean, I don't dislike the Isle, of course. It's a game I grew up with, but it's definitely not the same game I bought in 2016, and it doesn't give me the feeling that it gave me in 2016. Now, maybe that's a reason, like, I grew up. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm an adult. I have other things to worry about. Kids enjoy things way more than adults do. So maybe that plays a role into it. But as you can see on the screen, Evrima has a lot of things on the menu. And to some players, that's just a lot. Like, for example, you have to reprogram your brain every time you pick a new dinosaur. Even if you played it before, you have to reprogram your brain to understand it and to make the most of that dinosaur, which is very tedious and very stressful, in my opinion. Is it a bad thing? I don't know. Some people like it, some people would not like it, of course. Not everyone likes everything. If you like a lot of stuff to worry about, the Isle is for you. If you want a relaxing experience, I think the Isle does not offer that anymore. In the past, it did. Legacy and progression and survival and all the other things in the past offered a relaxing experience to be a dinosaur. To me, right now, the Isle is just numbers and tasks I have to do to stay alive. I don't really think about the present anymore in the Isle. Like right now, I'm eating this guy, right? I'm not really looking at the animation and oh my god, look how cool I am. Look, oh my god, I'm eating this guy. Oh, I'm so cool. My dino is so cool. No, I basically think this is gonna help me grow faster. I think about future that is gonna help me. I'm not living in the moment. Back in the day, food didn't give you anything except food. Right? You would eat something, you wouldn't care what. They weren't diets. You wouldn't care it gives you something or not. It just gave you food and it just made you happy and you could actually look around and, enjoy the game and the dinosaur you're picking. Which, to me, I think it's a problem. To be honest, more things you have to worry about, it just takes you away from the experience of having fun, right? And, again, not to say like the devs should not do what they're doing. Good job to the devs to try to implement so many things in this game. But to me, it just feels like another game on Steam right now. It's just, it's a dinosaur game. I enjoy it. It is what it is, right? It's not a game I enter to relax. It's a game I enter to survive, right? It's a game I enter to test my brain and the ability to memorize and where to go and what to do and where do I find a crab or a chicken or a deer or a hipsy or a baby or a gully or everything in the menu, right? I have to know all of those stuff. It is what it is, right? And, again, some people might like that, some people not. But the Isle has changed. It's not the same game we all knew and loved before. It's a new game we can learn to love and enjoy. Like, the graphics look phenomenal in Evrima right now. There's water ripples. There's a beauty and relaxing nature revolving it. But all these graphics don't really make anything. Graphics are graphics, right? We enjoy pixelated games. We enjoy AAA graphic games, right? Graphics are graphics. They're not really important if the game is well done. To this game, it adds to the experience, and I really love the graphics. But to me, the Isle doesn't feel the same. And I make this video to ask you guys if you feel the same about the Isle. Is it just a game on the shelf you pick every day just to have something to play? In the past, I would wake up and think, oh my god, I'm excited to play the Isle today. No, today I wake up, I open my computer and, well, there's the Isle to play, sure, but I could play that, or all of them could give me the same experience. It just, gaming experience is the same for everything. And, yeah, in my opinion, it's a bad thing, really. You can see all the screen. More things don't necessarily mean better. In this case, in my opinion, you have to worry about so many things to do that you just don't really pay attention to your experience in the game. It's become, like a League of Legends match. You just click play. All right. My strategy is to go there, do this. Oh, I win. Nice. Close the game and GG's. Oh, I grew my dinosaur to adult. That's nice. Well, it's just another day, right? I don't really enjoy the moment, being in the moment anymore, being this dinosaur. Sometimes I do. And I think the Isle should give you that experience of being in the moment. Sometimes I just leave everything aside and I'm trying to relax. Just look at this. Pretend the diets don't exist. Pretend my diet, my food, water, my anything around me doesn't exist. Just me, a dinosaur, looking at myself and everything like that. But that soon comes to an end when I remember, oh, I have to get water again. Oh, I have to get food again. Well, I'm just glad it lasted 10 seconds or a minute or how much it lasted, and that's it. The Isle also, Evrima, I'm talking Evrima, also has a problem that there's no really competition. There's no big dinosaurs. You see, people, I think, in my opinion, in the past, people enjoyed the Isle more because there were bigger dinosaurs in the game. When there were Rex and Gigas and Spinos and Trikes and everything of the sorts in the Isle, you would still see Allosauruses, you would still see Hererasauruses, you would still see all of these types of dinosaurs. But what made them more interesting and more loving to play was that you had the possibility to choose a Rex to play, but you chose Hera because you love small things. Now in Evrima, you don't have the choice to choose a big thing. You just have to choose being small. A Gali, a Paki, a Hera, a Dilo, a Omni. Sure, they're Stego and Dino, but okay. You get bored of them eventually. You get back to them when you want to play them, but you get bored of them eventually. So you're kind of forced to play small dinosaurs, and yeah, I'm calling Carno small, I'm calling Sarah small. They're small dinosaurs. You're kind of forced to play them, and the player doesn't have a choice anymore. When I bought the Isle, my favorite thing and my imagination before I bought it, I was like, I want to play Alo because I don't want to be the best, but I don't want to be the weakest. I want to be in the middle. I like running from stuff, and I like killing stuff and stuff being afraid of me when they see me. I loved Alo. Right now, if somebody buys the game, what are they gonna think? Oh, I'm gonna play a Hera because you know it's one of the small creatures in this game. Like, they're basically all small. Sure, they're different, but yeah. And that's also a thing that made people enjoy this game. It's like the possibility to choose what you love to play as. And yeah, sure, it's gonna come in the future. There's Alberto, there's Acro, there's everything. In the past, if you wanted to go Giga, you could have went Giga, but right now I'm forced to play a small dinosaur, and it gets boring after a while. You see, medium dinosaurs give another experience from small dinosaurs, and you know, same with big, same with medium, same with small. All of them are categorized because they give different experiences. For example, Allosaurus, it's a medium dinosaur, different from all the other medium dinosaurs, and I think the player base is tired of choosing different things when it comes to the small category. You could pick different things when it comes to medium, large, and small, right? Think of them as folders, right? If you go into the small folder, is everything we have right now in the Isle. The medium and the big folder don't exist currently, and you know, that's we have to wait. And the waiting is killing people, right? It's killing our mood to play this game. And yeah, I get you guys. I get you. I don't really want to say an opinion about that because everyone's different. I don't really care when an update comes. I play the Isle right now, and then I close it and I forget it exists because I don't really care following updates anymore and anything of the sorts, right? If an update comes out, I'm gonna check it, I'm gonna enjoy it as it is, and yeah. But you know, the folder of medium and big don't exist, and you know, choosing from the small folder just gets tiring, and you just want to go to that either medium or big. They're each different experiences. You know, imagine the big ones. In the game, there were Rex and Giga and Trikes and only those, right? Only big. Well, if those were the only things in the game, trust me, people would crave for something smaller. Just like right now, we're craving for something bigger. Legacy gave you everything on the table, and you just miss that, right? It's something you miss. That simplicity to just click something and say, well, let's have fun. Let's not worry about the thing and just be a dinosaur. But right now, from the tiredness of real life, You just want to sit down and play a game and relax. But in reality, you just come from something else that you had to worry about. You sit down and now you have to worry more in this game about everything you see on the screen. Everything that is and will be and everything. And it's tiring. And to me, the Isle is not the fun I had in the past with it. It changed for me. The experience changed for me. It's just I see it as another game now. I just don't see it as a favorite game or a game I rank top 10 or it's just not. Oh, look, I haven't played Dilo in a long time in the latest video. I even forgot how to use hallucinations because I just don't know. I just have to rewrite my brain. Okay, forget I was playing that. I'm playing Dilo right now. What I have to do, what's the damage, what's everything. And that transition from one dino to the other in the past was easier because you didn't have so much to worry about. You had how much bleed it gives, how much damage it gives, how amount of water and food I need. That's all you needed to know to have fun in this game. Right now, you need to know migration, diets, how much damage, food, sanctuaries, migration, alt attack, left click, abilities, diets, gore, sickness, collisions, learning each dino, buffs, debuffs, habit. Again, a lot of things on the plate that you just have to rewrite your brain every time, and that can get very tiring. That can very overheat your brain. A new player right now can join the game and be like, this is too much for me. I don't want a game like this. I want an easier game where I don't have to worry about so much information. And while the Evrima, I agree that it's way better than Legacy. It just the more complex a game is, the more choices, the more better, right? Everybody wants more choices, more their actions matter. But that comes at a cost. Not everyone is going to like that sort of game. You see, that's what I want to say in this video. The Isle Legacy is not in the same category of games than the Isle Evrima. The Isle Legacy, it's with other games you find on Steam or other platforms. And the Isle Evrima has become in an area of games that is just different, right? It's just Legacy and Evrima are two different things right now. It's just not, you know. Isle Legacy was a simpler time, simpler, explore the map, nest, make packs and survive. Isle Evrima is just a whole different thing, a whole different cake that's baking right now in the oven, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You kill things, there's compies and pterodactyls attacking you. There's gonna be mutations. There's gonna be more dinos, more abilities, more information. It is getting a lot, right? And if you're not prepared for that, it can really feel like a punch in the face to a game you once loved and is turning into this. But hey, in my opinion, what I do is that I just accept it. The Isle Evrima is not Legacy anymore. It's a different game. Trying to get used to it because I love dinosaurs, right? I'm just playing it because I love dinosaurs. It's a reason I play it. This is the Isle Evrima. I love how it looks. I kind of love learning so much, but sometimes it gets tiring. It doesn't give me the same Legacy feel. It's just two different games. And I think we should stop comparing the Isle Evrima to Legacy because they're different. The Evrima, while you can say it's better or worse than Legacy, because that's really to each their own, right? To each their own, right? My opinion is not the same as your opinion. You're the viewer watching this. It's just we have to agree, I think, that the Isle Evrima is just a different game than Legacy, and you can compare them too. It's like the best example I can give, and this is how I'll end the video with, is that the Isle Evrima and Legacy can be compared to Assassin's Creed, the Brotherhood, or Revelations, or anything like that, with Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Origins or Valhalla, right? They're the same genre, they're about the same assassins, the blades, the story, it's there. It's the same core. But how all of these games do things, they're different. One's RPGs, one's story-based and story-driven, and it's more linear than the other. The same genre, you can't really compare the two. It's about the experience. It's about what each person likes. If you like a more linear game, go to Assassin's Creed 2 or 3 or whatever. If you want an RPG with lots of choices and lots of complicated information, go to Odyssey, for example. And this is Evrima and Legacy. Evrima is Odyssey. A lot of info, a lot of things to worry about, a lot of information, a lot of on your plate. Do you want a more relaxing experience where you don't have to worry about basically anything, just little stuff that help you survive? Food, water, that's it, right? Go to Legacy. It's just it's not the same game anymore. Legacy and Evrima, two different games. They're the same. The Isle, just like Assassin's Creed is the same with every game. The core is there, dinosaurs and survival. How they execute it, completely different, and I don't think we can compare them on anymore because they're just not there. It's like bread and toast. Their uses are different. You do different things with them. At the core, they're the same, but different things. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you guys think about the Isle, if it changed in your opinion, if it didn't, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you guys would like to see me talk about next, or what you would like to see me play next. Alright, boys. See ya, boys.